TV soap news and spoilers say that in the sultry, scandal-laden world of Beyond the Gates, where secrets fester like wounds and every revelation cuts deeper than the last, a seismic bombshell has detonated, leaving fans reeling and characters shattered. The question on everyone's lips, whispered in hushed tones across living rooms and social media threads, is this: was Ted truly shocked when Dr. Nicole delivered the earth-shattering test results confirming that Eva, the enigmatic young woman at the heart of this saga, is her daughter with him? Or had the shadows of suspicion already crept into his heart, preparing him for the truth? And, perhaps more crucially, does this heart-wrenching drama unfold within the opulent, treacherous confines of Beyond the Gates itself? Let's plunge into the labyrinth of lies, love, and betrayal to unravel this tale, expanding its threads into a tapestry of raw emotion and intricate detail. Beyond the Gates *, the daytime soap opera that has captivated audiences with its blend of high-stakes drama and gothic intrigue, is no stranger to jaw-dropping twists. Set in the fictional, affluent enclave of Crestwood Hills, a gated community where manicured lawns hide sordid affairs and every smile conceals a scheme, the show thrives on the collision of past sins with present ambitions. At its core is the Ramsey family, a dynasty of wealth and influence whose members navigate love, power, and betrayal with the precision of chess grandmasters. Ted Ramsey, the charismatic patriarch, is a man whose charm masks a turbulent inner world, while Dr. Nicole Harper, a brilliant but haunted physician, carries the weight of a past she's fought to bury. And then there's Leslie Monroe, the enigmatic socialite whose beauty is matched only by her cunning, and, some say, her madness. The story of Eva, a young woman whose very existence seems to unravel the carefully stitched lives of those around her, has been a slow-burning fuse leading to this explosive moment. Eva, with her wide, soulful hazel eyes and quiet strength, has long been a lightning rod for speculation. For years, fans assumed she was the daughter of Leslie and Ted, a product of their volatile, passionate affair 2 decades ago. But whispers of a darker truth have begun to surface, fueled by Leslie's erratic behavior and Nicole's cryptic remarks. Could Eva be the child of Nicole and Ted, stolen by Leslie in a twisted act of revenge? And if so, how would Ted react when confronted with the truth? The stage is set for a revelation that promises to upend everything. Picture the scene: a stormy evening in Crestwood Hills, the kind where thunder rolls like a warning and rain lashes against the floor-to-ceiling windows of the Ramsey mansion. Ted stands by the fireplace, a glass of bourbon in hand, his broad shoulders tense beneath his tailored blazer. The firelight casts flickering shadows across his face, handsome yet etched with the weariness of a man who has carried too many secrets for far too long. Across the room, Nicole stands, her white lab coat discarded, her hands clasped tightly as if to steady herself against the weight of the truth she's about to unleash. Her dark curls are pulled back, and her eyes, usually so composed, so clinical, glimmer with a mix of fear and sorrow. "Ted," he says, his voice low, almost a growl, "what is it? You've been avoiding me for weeks. Whatever it is, just say it." Nicole takes a shaky breath, her fingers tightening until her knuckles whiten. "It's about Eva," she says, her voice barely above a whisper. "I've run the tests again, Ted. There's no mistake this time. Eva, she's our daughter." The silence that follows is deafening, a vacuum that seems to suck the very air from the room. Ted's glass slips from his hand, shattering against the hardwood floor in a cascade of amber liquid and jagged shards. His face, usually so controlled, contorts into a mask of disbelief, his blue eyes searching hers for a lifeline, a lie. "What are you talking about?" he stammers, his voice cracking. That's not possible. Eva is Leslie's. She's always been Leslie's." But Nicole shakes her head, tears spilling over now, her composure unraveling like a threadbare tapestry. "No, Ted. Leslie lied to us. All of us. She stole our baby. Eva is ours, yours and mine." The camera lingers on Ted's face, capturing every flicker of emotion as the truth sinks in. The daughter he's raised, the girl he's loved as his own, is not the child of his affair with Leslie but the product of his long-buried love with Nicole, a love he thought had ended in the wreckage of their youth. Is he shocked? The word feels too small, too inadequate to capture the maelstrom raging within him. Betrayal, grief, and guilt collide in his chest, a tempest of emotions that leaves him staggering. He sinks into a leather armchair, his hands gripping the armrests as if to keep himself anchored to reality. To understand the weight of this moment, we must rewind the clock 20 years, to a time when Ted and Nicole were young, their love a bright, burning star in the constellation of Crestwood Hills' lives. Ted, then a rising star in his family's law firm, was smitten with Nicole, a medical student whose brilliance outshone even her beauty. Their romance was intense, all-consuming, but doomed by circumstance. Ted's family, eager to secure his future with a more suitable match, pressured him to end things with her, while Nicole's ambition pulled her toward a residency across the country. Their breakup was messy, tear-soaked, and left both with a lingering what-if that haunted them for years. Enter Leslie, a childhood friend of Nicole's who had always harbored a quiet obsession with Ted. Leslie, with her icy blonde hair and sharp wit, saw an opportunity in their heartbreak. She pursued Ted relentlessly, her charm a calculated snare. When Ted, drowning in his pain, succumbed to her advances, their affair began, a fiery, destructive liaison that ended when Leslie announced she was pregnant with Eva. Ted, duty-bound and desperate to salvage his tarnished reputation, agreed to marry her, believing Eva to be his child. But the marriage was a house of cards, collapsing under Leslie's volatile moods and Ted's growing suspicion that something was terribly wrong. Meanwhile, Nicole returned to Crestwood Hills years later, now a respected cardiologist, her past with Ted buried beneath layers of professional success. But whispers of Leslie's erratic behavior. Her coldness toward Eva, her manic episodes, her cryptic taunts about taking what was hers, planted seeds of doubt in Nicole's mind. Could Leslie have orchestrated a monstrous deception? Driven by a mix of maternal instinct and scientific rigor, Nicole began investigating, ordering a DNA test in secret. The results confirmed her worst fears, that Eva was her daughter, stolen by Leslie in a vengeful act of unimaginable cruelty. Leslie Monroe is the linchpin of this tragedy, a character whose actions blur the line between villainy and pathos. To the outside world, she's the epitome of Crestwood elegance, poised, glamorous, the poised perfect wife of a powerful man. But beneath the surface lies a fractured mind, a woman consumed by jealousy and a desperate need for control. Fans have long speculated about Leslie's sanity, pointing to her cruel treatment of Eva as evidence of some deeper pathology. She snaps at the girl, dismisses her dreams, and seems to take perverse pleasure in undermining her confidence. She's no Ramsay, Leslie once sneered during a gala scene, her words dripping with disdain. But is Leslie truly mad, or is she a victim of her own brokenness? Flashbacks reveal a woman scarred by a childhood of neglect, her parents' wealth a poor substitute for love. Her friendship with Nicole, once genuine, soured when she saw Ted look at her with a passion he never spared for Leslie. "You always got everything," Leslie spat at Nicole in a pivotal flashback, her voice raw with pain. "I deserved him. I deserved his love." When Nicole gave birth to Eva during a chaotic hospital night shift, alone, her pregnancy a secret from Ted, Leslie saw her chance. A nurse at the time, she falsified records, swapped Eva with a stillborn infant, and convinced Ted the child was theirs. For years, she raised Eva as her own, but her love was tainted by resentment, her guilt a slow poison that drove her to the edge. Leslie's actions are unforgivable, yet her unraveling, her manic laughter, her haunted stares, invites a reluctant pity. Is she a monster, or a woman broken by a world that valued her only for what she could take? Returning to Ted's reaction, the question lingers, was he truly blindsided by Nicole's news? On one hand, his visceral response, the shattered glass, the choked words, suggests a man caught utterly off guard. Ted has always been a master of control, navigating boardroom battles and family scandals with a steady hand. To see him unravel so completely speaks to the magnitude of the revelation. He had believed Eva to be Leslie's daughter, a living reminder of a mistake he regretted. To learn that she is instead his child with Nicole, the love of his life, is to rewrite his past and confront the depth of Leslie's betrayal. Yet, there are hints that Ted may have harbored suspicions. In recent episodes, he's caught himself staring at Eva, noting her hazel eyes, so like Nicole's, and her quiet resilience, so unlike Leslie's volatility. "She's got your fire," he once told Nicole in a rare moment of vulnerability, his voice tinged with something unspoken. Did he sense a truth too painful to face? His shock, then, may be less about the fact itself and more about its confirmation, the final nail in the coffin of his denial. Ted's journey now is one of reckoning. He must confront Leslie, whose lies have poisoned his life for decades. He must rebuild a relationship with Eva, who is reeling from her own discovery of her true parentage. And he must face perhaps Nicole, whose love he betrayed all those years ago. The emotional stakes are stratospheric, each conversation a minefield of guilt and longing. Ted's arc promises to be one of the most compelling in Beyond the Gates history, a testament to the show's ability to mine human pain for raw, unforgettable drama. Is this story set in Beyond the Gates? Unequivocal Bly, yes. The show's DNA, its opulent setting, its morally gray characters, its penchant for melodramatic twists, makes it the only possible home for this saga. Crestwood Hills, with its gilded cages and hidden dungeons, is the ideal backdrop for a tale of stolen children and shattered trusts. The Ramsay Mansion, with its sprawling grounds and echoing halls, feels like a character in itself, a witness to every tear and betrayal. And the show's ensemble, scheming siblings, nosy neighbors, and ambitious newcomers, ensures that Eva's story will ripple outward, ensnaring everyone in its wake. Fans have taken to X to voice their theories, with hashtags like #EvaTruth and #BeyondTheGates trending weekly. "Leslie's gotta be certifiable," one user tweeted, echoing the sentiment of many. "No way Ted didn't know something, those looks he gave Nicole were loud," another countered. The speculation has only fueled by the show's cryptic teasers, which promise a truth that breaks all bonds. Whether Nicole's revelation will unite or destroy the Ramsay family remains to be seen, but one thing is clear, this is Beyond the Gates at its peak, a masterclass in storytelling that leaves us hungry for more. As we await the next chapter, the questions multiply like shadows. Will Leslie confess, or will her descent into madness claim her first? Can Ted and Nicole reclaim their daughter, or has too much time, and too many lies, passed for them to bridge the gap? And what of Eva herself, caught in the wreckage of her parents' past? Her journey to understand her identity promises to be as fraught as it is inspiring, a testament to the human spirit's resilience. In Beyond the Gates, the only certainty is uncertainty, and the rain continues to lash Crestwood Hills. One truth stands firm: no secret stays buried forever. The revelation of Eva's parentage is a seismic shift that will echo for seasons to come, a story of love, betrayal, and redemption that reminds us why we keep coming back to this world of glamour and grief. Ted's shock, Nicole's courage, and Leslie's tragedy, they're all threads in a tapestry that's only just beginning to take shape. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.